Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about 30 Days of Night. And this movie came out in 2007, and it's a vampire movie that takes place in Alaska. And basically, power goes out, vampires start invading this little town, and people are getting killed off. There's no escape, can't go anywhere, no planes, no snow dogs, nothing. And the whole movie takes place in this town, and the movie was pretty bad. I felt there just wasn't a hook for me. I didn't really care about any of the characters. I didn't find any of them interesting. I didn't find the villains to be interesting at all. They tried to make them interesting by having like a vampire leader for no reason. When if it had no leader, I feel as though the movie would be no different. And also the way the vampires are treated, they just feel like zombies, honestly. There's nothing really particularly interesting about them. They barely speak or communicate in any way, shape, or form, other than they're just killing people. And despite me not liking any of the characters, they are well established. Like the main ones that we get, you have an understanding of who they are. And I did like the violence, it was kind of fun. And the best part of the movie for me was Ben Foster. He was fun to watch. He had great screen presence, and he was bringing a lot to, and just chewing up the scenery. And I loved seeing him on screen, but unfortunately, he has like 20 minutes of screen time at most, and they don't really give him much to do without spoiling anything. I unfortunately did not find this movie to be scary in the slightest. I didn't care about the horror. There were points where the movie decided to use jump scares, and those points were annoying. At least half of the time during the action, I just wasn't really absorbing it, wasn't really paying attention, passively watching it, and I forgot about most of it. And the only thing that I can remember about the movie action wise is just the ending, like the final, I guess, fight scene. When it's the main character up against the lead vampire character, and it's just not that interesting to watch. And this movie is also directed by David Slade, who I've seen one other movie from him, that being the Twilight Saga Eclipse, and out of everything that I've seen, this is his best movie, and that's not saying much. It still isn't good. I've heard Hard Candy is good, so I'll check that out first chance I get. While I was watching this movie, I kept being reminded of other movies like The Thing, not the John Carpenter The Thing, but The Thing from 2011, the prequel remake or whatever. I know that movie came out after this film, but I was constantly being reminded of it with its setting, and also it kind of felt like a mix between that movie and 28 Days Later. And I was just thinking of 28 Days Later for at least half of this movie, honestly. And the worst parts of this movie reminded me of 28 Weeks Later in all of the worst ways possible, especially with the action. Too many cuts, too many close shots, it's dark, and that's all I can say about it. And the overall execution of everything just came across as schlock to me. Overall, I didn't like the music. It was just nothing memorable to me. And the runtime for this movie, it's slightly under 2 hours. I was looking forward to that, actually. Then I actually get 30 minutes into the movie, and it felt like an hour. And that's how I felt the entire runtime. Just a double ratio. 1 minute felt like 2 minutes, and this movie just felt unbearably long until we got to the ending. I was like, okay, I know narratively where we're going, just because I've seen so many movies at this point, and at least from there, I could tell when the movie was going to end. So it had that going for it, I guess. But the movie's still not good. Had a couple things that I liked in it. Aside from that, I nearly fell asleep while watching this movie. And I will never be watching this film again. Apparently, there are people who like this movie, so more power to you, and I have nothing else to say about this movie, so Skip this movie if you ever come across it would be my recommendation. And with all that being said, I'm going to give 30 Days of Night a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of 30 Days of Night, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.